Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading. You have this card that says your dreams need a practical plan. You also have this card, it says conclusions are within reach. So, if you have a dream, you could be getting a lot closer to accomplishing, whatever it is. And, the Queen of Pentacles is a very practical card, so I would make sure that you have some sort of practical plan on how you're going to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And we have an accomplishment right here with the World card. Again, we're in a time where work is actually pretty easy, and some of you might be saying that's not true, but really, actually, it is. If we just take the steps necessary to make something happen, it will happen. And so I would make sure that you're coming up with some sort of simple plan on how you can accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. And I think that right now, with the energy the way that it is, that the secret is really consistent effort. So we have to find something that we can do every single day and that we can work towards consistently, and that's what I would be doing to find success. You have the Four of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man in your first row. The Four of Swords, of course, is resting, relaxing, recovering. This type of energy will definitely be around for a little bit of time because, we have Mars retrograde. We have this Mars retrograde energy still active, and we are in the shadow phase for a while. So, there will probably be good days and bad days. There will be days where you feel energetic. There will be days where you don't feel energetic. And on those days where you're not feeling it, just make sure to get extra rest, and that will probably make you have better bad days, if that makes sense, right? Because if you're collecting your energy on those off days and you're recharging your batteries, it'll give you more energy in the future. So, that's definitely what I would be doing with that card. You have the Queen of Pentacles. I would be careful of focusing too much on what you don't have. We have the Queen of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is, my card of calling attention to your weaknesses. The Queen of Pentacles is the card of being resourceful. Now, she might not necessarily have the money to do something that she wants, but she has the resources. So that could be her time, her effort, her attention. It could be anything. So she doesn't necessarily do things with money. She might do something that she wants to do with a different resource. So I kind of feel like the Five of Pentacles is saying you really need to take a look at your resources. And yeah, it might be true that you don't have the money to start that business, or you don't have, this, that, or the other thing to start that business or accomplish that goal with the World card or whatever it is that you're trying to do. But the Queen of Pentacles says you need to be resourceful to find a way. You have the Hanged Man. This is almost like an answer out of the blue is what's popping into my head, which is pretty weird. I feel like this is very specific, and he's wearing a blue shirt, and so there's something coming out of the blue, like an aha moment that you're having here, Aries, is what I feel. And I feel like saying this is happening around now or in the near future, so I would really be paying attention to any aha moments that you have. Sometimes I think we have an aha moment and then we say, oh, that can't work because of, XYZ. But it's definitely popping into my head as kind of just getting enlightenment on something. So I feel like this is specific because I feel like it's talking about people if you have gotten to that point in life where you are just working, and if you have recently been thinking to yourself like, it is what it is, I am not going to break out of my current situation. If you're saying things like that to yourself, I feel that this message is very important for you. Because I feel like you are about to kind of expand. We have so many great cards of expansion here. Magician to the Chariot, which we'll talk about, the World, which is literally a card of entering into a new world. So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for you to kind of remove your current limitations, and it's going to come in the form of an aha moment, I feel. Or, it kind of comes out of nowhere. It's like an inspiration, right? With the Four of Swords, you have the Chariot again. So, Aries, for a couple of years now, you have been getting these cards of moving. I feel intuitively it's because that some of you have been thinking about moving for a very long period of time, but maybe you just haven't been doing it. And which is fine. I mean, there's nothing in the astrology that says oh, you have to do this or you have to do that. So, it's fine. But I definitely feel, if you are one of those Aries that's been thinking about a move, I mean, literally Chariot in the World can represent a move, so you could be moving. The Chariot is also a victory, and you have the Chariot twice, so definitely accomplishing a goal here. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about, which you also have twice, here and here. Two of Wands is about taking the lead and getting out of a comfort zone. And so I feel, and with the Chariot definitely, The Chariot, he is leaving the city behind and he's setting himself apart and making himself unique. So he's entering into a different situation, or he's going to find his own situation, like he's going to create his own world in some ways. So, I think a lot of you could be leaving comfort zones with that card. We already have a lot of repeating cards, and whenever I read readings, I have a lot of repeating cards because it's basically the universe saying, I meant what I said. With the Hangman, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a perfect match coming in for you. There is a little bit of love here. Even right in this section here, we have these 3 love cards. The Two of Cups is usually a person who's different than your usual type. This is definitely a person. I feel like you know who this person is, but this person has no clue who you are, is what I feel like saying. And, take it how it resonates. My ear is ringing as I say that as well, so I definitely think that's true. But I feel like for some of you, that this is like either, for most of you, I feel like you know who this person is. They don't know who you are. Maybe you've just seen them in passing or whatever, but definitely could be a strong connection that's coming in. I mean, like I said, Two of Cups is usually different than your usual type, but again, usually that is a good thing because we all have a habit of picking the same type of person, which never works. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Future card. It says, you have perfect clarity in a situation. Trust your inner knowingness. Yes, especially with that Hangman energy that I was getting. You have this ultimate fulfillment. It says, you are now entering a time of peace, happiness, and emotional fulfillment. Love it. So definitely could be a lot of fulfillment and happiness coming in for you at this time, and I would really nurture that happiness. I would do things to increase your happiness as well. You have the World, the Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. I feel, Aries, now that I'm on the World card, that you need to tell yourself that you deserve something. It's almost like the Five of Pentacles is saying that you feel you don't deserve something, but really, I feel you do. So the World is really encouraging you to go for it. Usually with the World card, we are kind of entering into a new world as well. In the major arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, and then we just start all over again as a Fool. So a lot of you are kind of wrapping things up or closing down cycles, I feel, and you're getting ready to start, new adventures, new journeys, new things in your life with the World card. I also feel that you have the power to create your own world. She is a sorceress. She has these 2 wands in her hands. One wand is kind of like the magician's wand, so she can create with her manifestation powers, her law of attraction powers. The other wand is more action. So the other wand is more the actions that she takes to get what she wants. So she mixes the 2 together, which I'm a big fan of. I love the ideas, personally, I love the ideas of law of attraction, but I also think that we can't just sit around and magically things will appear, right? I'm a big believer that we have to, have both law of attraction and action. They work hand in hand. And so I feel like you have to do both with the World card, and you have the Magician right next to the World, so very good. You have the Five of Pentacles. I feel you need to start telling yourself that you deserve something. It's almost like you feel like you don't deserve something, or you think in your head that you don't deserve something. I would be very careful of saying that to a person, by the way, as well. I hear this a lot where, people will say like, oh, I don't deserve you, and things like that. Like, if you truly think that, don't say anything, right? It's like, if I were to date, the love of my life and say, right, is she better than me? No, probably not, actually. But I would say I would never say to her, you're better than me. I would just shut my mouth, right, and keep your mouth shut, right? And I get that feeling here. Especially if you're dating a new person, don't say anything. Even if you think they're better than you. Good, then you trade it up, right? And I would just keep that to yourself. The other thing is, I would not focus on your weaknesses. I would focus on your strengths. With the Five of Pentacles, even if there's only one good reason for you to do something hard right now, I would do it. You have the Page of Cups, definitely love coming in for you, right? So I feel like there could be love entering into your life, and that's it. I really don't feel much here other than, that you admire a person. And we go up here, to the King of Pentacles and King of Cups. So it could be like an earth sign with water or a water sign with earth. Could be any sign. I mean, we have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Capricorn with the World card, so it literally could be any sign. But I feel that this person is very stable and secure. I really like the King of Pentacles for love, and it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. but the King of Pentacles really wants to build something long-term. The one thing I don't like about the King of Pentacles is it can be too practical, and it's not like sexy enough, right? And so we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. So these two together it's like good, but it needs a little bit more fire. But the good news is that we have the King of Cups, so I feel that there's like a little bit more emotion going on here. It's like not too serious. With the World card, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, it's like you are making changes in the world or in your world. The Temperance says if you don't like something, change it. That's literally all I'm getting off the Temperance card, so there you go. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. Yes, you need to get out of your head. I feel like you've experienced something too many times. Nine of Swords is having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. The problem with that is it becomes a part of our story. Like, if we make the same mistake over and over again, or if we have a negative experience that repeats, right, then we start to believe that that's who we are. And remember what I said a minute ago. It's almost like I get this feeling that you are saying to yourself like this is as good as it gets, or, like I guess this is the best that I'm going to experience. And I feel this reading is saying this is not the best that life has to offer. Even if your life isn't bad, right? I'm not saying that you're suffering, but, I feel like this reading is saying the best is yet to come. But you have to create it, and I feel like you need to believe in yourself as well. With the Page of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this will probably start slow, but not like in a bad way. Six of Pentacles is kind of like planting seeds. It's taking those little steps to manifest a connection, or it's like slowly investing in a person. I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Regeneration card and this Never-Ending Story card. Yes, I would definitely end the never-ending story. Although with the Regeneration card here, this could say that you are healing from a never-ending story or something that is repeating. You have the Magician, the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. The Magician says that you are attracting things very quickly at this time, and that's what I feel for you because the Magician is pointing towards the Chariot. And so the Magician with the Chariot would say, where there's a will, there's a way. So, because the Magician is pointing to the Chariot, it kind of suggests to me that there is a very specific way that you will be attracting things at this time. Well, maybe two ways. One, you really have to believe in yourself. Again, where there's a will, there's a way. If you want something bad enough, you will make it happen. The Chariot is heart control. You really have to grab onto those reins even though there are no reins on the Chariot. That's a story for another day. But, you really have to take control of your situation and make it happen. The other thing you have to do is you have to be willing to look foolish. We don't have the Fool here, but we kind of do because we have the World. After the World, we just start all over again as the Fool. So the Chariot, what he needs to do to be successful is set himself apart. Everybody believes exactly the same thing inside the city that he is leaving behind. So he is changing his beliefs. He wants to just, go explore and see what the world has to offer, and he wants to leave the limited perspective. Right now, whenever we do that, people call us foolish, right? Because as humans, we're tribal creatures. So if we go and do something different, people are going to be like, what the hell are you doing something different and not in trying to change, right? So people don't like that, and I feel the challenge for you here is to do it anyway. And don't be afraid to set yourself apart. You have the King of Pentacles. I feel really good about this. Again, I feel this could be a person for sure that's coming in for you. King of Pentacles, again, very stable, secure. King of Pentacles, type people usually want to build something long-term. They really want to put the work in, so I feel pretty good about that. I also feel a lot of you could be kind of increasing your wealth, and I'm not going to lie, it feels slow to me. Especially if for a long time your money, it's maybe it hasn't been bad, but it's just been very, plateaued. Very stable but not great. Then I feel like you are slowly but surely kind of improving your finances, or you will be. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, of course, is marriage, so you could be meeting a person that you will marry here if this is a person you have your eye on. The Four of Wands is also a card of freedom, and we have to set ourselves free with the Four of Wands. So, with the Chariot, again, a lot of you could be setting yourself free from belief systems, and that makes perfect sense because we have Neptune moving into your sign. It will retrograde back into Pisces at some point, but it doesn't really matter. I feel that with Neptune moving into your sign, a lot of you will be kind of looking for new things to believe. With the Magician, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yes, you cannot attract things from a place of lack, so you have to be focusing on abundance. You have to not call attention to your weaknesses. You have to focus on the good stuff here, and I feel if you do that, it's free. It costs no money to do it. Then you will be successful. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, definitely this is good right here. Like this to me feels like this is some sort of reunion, but I feel like it's more of a past life connection. Or, it's almost like one of those connections where you just recognize this person. I feel like this person is a little bit irresistible, honestly. It's like, sometimes you get into a relationship, it's like you're attracted to the person, but there's just like that something that is kind of missing. It's like you don't crave the person. And I'm not saying this is toxic or anything, but I kind of, which I think the whole craving thing can be toxic, by the way. But, I feel that there's like a real strong pull on both sides between the two of you here. Like, it feels like a craving to me. I don't know, I have to keep it G-rated here on YouTube, but I feel like you catch my drift. Like, I feel like it'll be a very strong pull. With the Four of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely big opportunities here. I think your opportunities are going to come from your ideas, especially like if the aha moment we were talking about with the Hanged Man. We have the Hanged Man and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups can be communication with you and your higher self, and it's like that's where the aha moment could be coming from, is in those moments of meditation, in those moments of where you, kind of do something to get out of your head. So I would be looking very closely at those opportunities, that like just randomly pop into your head. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this request card and this impulse card. Yeah, I feel like there will be very strong impulses, towards this person. I would also say that if you have been like asking for a person, that you're going to get it. I feel like if you've been asking for anything, it's only a matter, there's like this, clock thing or a timer here. It's like you are going to get what you have been wishing for or asking for. You have the King of Cups, the Chariot, and the Two of Wands. Again, this could be a person. I feel like they're very emotionally stable. The King of Cups is also about you taking control of your emotions, which again with the Magician and the Five of Pentacles, I would make sure that you are focusing on positive emotions, not negative emotions, so that you can attract good things. You are definitely setting yourself apart at this time here, Aries. I feel like you are moving in new directions. I also feel like some of you, maybe not right now, but it wouldn't surprise me if over the next period of time that you separate away from something that you've been doing for a long time as well, which I'm pretty sure I've said to you before. I just think that, Aries, it's like you have been going to college, metaphorically speaking, for a very long time, and not literally, of course. But I'm talking about whatever you have been learning in life, or whatever experience you've been having, or whatever you've been building. Like maybe you've been building a business for many years. It's like whatever that thing is has been teaching you some very specific skills. And I think what Aries needs to realize is that you might not be using those skills in your current position for much longer. I really think Aries is all about kind of leveling up, which I've definitely said to you before. You're the only sign that gets this message, but if I were an Aries, that's what I would be focusing on. It's like, how can I take my skills and apply those skills to something much, much bigger? And, if you do that, you will be successful. Like I always say, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but tarot is not magic. I'm not Harry Potter, right? You have to do something to make this happen. The energy exists. Take advantage of it. You have the Two of Wands here. Two of Wands is about leaving a comfort zone. He's standing where he's always been, but he needs to take the lead and get out of a comfort zone. But I feel like you are. Showing up in the good stuff, so I feel like you're kind of taking the lead in your life here. You go with the King of Cups, you have the Emperor. Yes, I feel like there's a lot of attraction here. Like I said, it's like an irresistible attraction. I feel like you're both equally attracted to each other. So there you go. I really don't know what else to say there because it's very obvious to me in this reading. With the Chariot, you have the Knight of Wands. Yes, any adventures that you can go on are going to be very fulfilling, lead to a lot of happiness. We're in a very spontaneous time as well, so I definitely encourage people to take advantage of spontaneous opportunity. If some random opportunity pops up for you, take advantage of the opportunity, whatever it is. It could be in work, could be in business, could be in career, but we have to have that willingness to explore right now. With the Two of Wands, you have the Five of Cups again. Five of Cups in the good stuff would say that you are not going to regret the things that are happening for you at this time. So, definitely a really good time for you, and I feel that some of you could be looking more on the bright side as well. The Five of Cups basically, the solution is that we have to look on the bright side. We have to be grateful for what we have, but it's coming up in the good stuff, so I feel like you already are doing that. And you have this seasonal card and this quilt card. It says, get back to basics. I literally just said to another sign that I really feel this period calls for keeping things stupid simple. The recent past was also a very stupid simple kind of phase, and I feel this phase is very similar, where we should just be focusing on what works. If you get carried away with complex ways of doing things, I would try to simplify because, really right now, I don't think the complex answer is the answer. Rarely ever is. You have this door card. It says opportunities are waiting for you. Yes, you have to knock on those doors and open those doors. I feel like an opportunity is knocking on your door, and you need to open it. You have this claw. It says, be careful, do not take risks. I always say I disagree with this card right now. I wouldn't take uncalculated risk, and I also think that there is a specific type of risk that we can take right now, which is the risk of exposure. And by that, I mean the risk of saying something and being wrong, the risk of getting attention and being proven wrong, the risk of public speaking. That's what I mean by exposure. So, I think we're all taking that risk of saying something and being wrong right now, and, I just wouldn't take uncalculated risk. You have this bird perch that says waiting for news, package, or letter. Ace of Pentacles can be a message, so there's definitely, if you are waiting for approval on something or a message, you definitely could be getting it. You also have this key. It says successful outcome to your problems. There you go, overcoming issues. So, this is a very good reading, Aries. I love this. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your time ahead.